So here we are for our 5th episode.
Yep, 5th.
Yes, of our Apple and Oak podcast. We're here with our good friend Ian today as our first guest on our podcast.
Yes, our very first guest. And you're our first guest because you're very special.
Thank you.
And a good friend.
Ian's been our biggest supporter, our biggest fan. It's really helped us keep going.
It's really given us motivation to keep going. Your confidence boosting has been like over the top, making us like, let's do this. So I was like, I know who's our first guest is going to be. It's going to be Ian.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. We've had so many fun times together over the years, and a lot of fun times. So it's nice. It's nice to have you here for our podcast today.
It's great to be here. I love it.
Something new.
It's something I've never done before.
Popping that cherry.
That's good.
Oh. Yeah, I've known Gwen for, I don't know, 5, 6 years since...
No, since...
2020.
2019.
19.
I met you before you moved out here in 2020. So 2019 I've known you.
And I've been supporting her. I told her, this is, you have 2 beautiful twins.
Yes, I do.
And they don't have a father, so I said, I'll help you. You can consider me as their grandfather.
Oh, I know. And you've come to like every one of their practices and games. Like, I think you missed one because I was like, I didn't want to call you because I know you've been out the night before late. So I was like, oh, I won't tell them. But you've been to like every one. It's been so nice. It's been nice.
Well, you're like a daughter to me.
Ditto, but not the other way. But
And you are my daughter's best friend, so.
Yes, we are. So, you've got a new girlfriend.
Yes. She likes me. That can be a bit of an issue, but she likes me.
How so? So
Well,
tell
I'm
us
just
about
kidding.
her.
I'm just kidding. No, she's wonderful. She's a beautiful, wonderful person.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. How did the two of you meet?
Well, the marketplace.
Oh, no. Facebook dating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, went for a coffee. It was last fall.
How long have you known her for now?
Oh, about 6 months.
That's good.
And met up, had coffee, and went out dancing at the casino one night.
Fun.
And saw her friend, and then all of a sudden, no, I don't want to see you no more. Oh, what have I done?
That was that, eh?
Or what didn't you do?
Oh, what didn't I do?
Or something. What was it? You don't know? Did she tell you?
Yeah. She said, we're moving too fast.
What's too fast, though? Were you, like, talking about weddings? Like, no.
No, moving too fast, like, you know.
Oh. Maybe I know. I think I know. Put my hand up. I think I know the answer.
And then I've been talking to her for a couple of weeks over Christmas, and then you guys are doing this podcast and you're doing your music stuff, and I go, oh, I know somebody that would be interested in that.
Yeah.
So I phoned her up and she said, yeah, come on over. Oh, okay. We started
Talking again.
talking.
Oh, I like that.
Well, I'm glad we gave you a reason.
Yeah.
Or the whole connection kind of just like
Yeah.
fell back into place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're a lot closer.
Confidence. I see.
Confidence.
It's the confidence.
Confident.
It's like knowing yourself and being confident really helps.
If
Like,
you're really
yeah.
interested in someone, you know, don't just say, oh, next. No, that's not the way to be. And
Oh, that's good.
don't try to change yourself for somebody else. That's not.
Oh yeah, so many people do that. I would
Yeah,
never. Like
never.
I am who I am. I've kind of been. I feel like I've been this way for a long time. Same with you. Like you've just been this way. Like you know who you are. You don't change. You don't deviate from like what you like and don't like just to impress someone.
No.
And so that's what works. I think with your like persona, how you are.
Be honest with yourself and be honest with others. It's a long ways.
Honesty. The harsh truth.
The harsh truth, yeah.
Yeah. Well, truth.
Some people can't handle it.
Truth hurts only like one time, though.
But you have
if
to
you
know how to-
lie, it keeps on replaying in your mind and moving
You got to be
forward.
tactful with the whole truth thing, though, right? It's how you present yourself and how you have to come across warm, not be a warm kind of approach, not like abrasive. Like
yeah,
it's
like
not
it's
gonna,
you. It's you that's the
It doesn't
problem,
work that
not
way.
There's no, that's you the problem. You think about it. If I'm the problem, what is my problem? Some people just, like, when you first started going out with somebody, then all of a sudden you get too clingy.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. Something that you have to work on, you know, and not to be that clingy person.
Are you gonna wait for them to call, or should you call, and all that beginning stages?
Go out earlier.
Do you go out earlier than when you were like in your 30s or 40s when you were dating?
Well, I didn't date much in my 30s.
I guess you were married,
40s.
weren't you?
Yeah. My second wife, I got together with her in 1993. And we were together until 2011 when she passed away. So
Wow,
It was a long
2011,
time.
eh?
so
She had a heart attack, didn't she?
Yeah.
A bad one.
the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting back into dating.
You've had so much fun, though, going out with us and doing stuff, and we drag you everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's great fun. And especially when we went out to the Hobo Hot Springs and
That was fun.
Before the hotel ruined them.
Yeah,
That was a fun time, too.
but somebody's probably dug all those rocks out now.
We'd have to find some different ones. There's so many. There's one across the states, too. Just across the border in the
We're not
states.
allowed to go down the states anymore.
Yes, we are.
Well,
But there's one that's not too far away.
it costs more money to go down there now.
I almost want to go to the one in the States, like the hot springs down there. It's supposed to be really good
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, it's not that far. And it's not that popular. So there's other areas we could go to, but I don't want to go to the ones in the back mountains. You literally need like the best 4x4 vehicle. Now the roads are all like
Washed out.
and they're all like rocky and
Cool.
mudsliding down the ravine.
They've fallen into disrepair.
I think I'm in my 60s, so dating's a little different.
Yeah.
I just got to remember that I am in my 60s.
The 60s is the new 40s.
The new 40s is for sure.
I do agree. I see lots of things. Like, you can stay out, like, late, and you don't seem tired. It's like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm done. I gotta go home. And I'm younger than you.
Yeah.
So, maybe.
It's great if you can keep it going, you know. A lot of people, when they retire, they kick the bucket.
My grandpa did.
It's true. I've heard that. Yeah. My dad, we're kind of retired early because of medical reasons, but he turned 65 in December, and then June of that following next year, he passed away. 6 months retired.
Well, Jim retired at 64, and he died
This week.
this week, and he was 66.
But he also had a different lifestyle.
Oh yeah, abusive lifestyle, yes.
Alcohol, abusive.
Alcohol, smoking marijuana, like cigarettes.
Very idle personality.
Yeah, sedentary.
Yeah.
And I do think that is a key thing. Well,
Well,
it's the lack of movement and it's the lack of purpose.
And
Well, he had a
purpose.
heart attack.
Yeah.
He had a heart attack, and they did the triple. He nearly died. They had the triple bypass. But instead of, okay, I got a new lease on life, and go and get yourself back into shape, he totally went the other way.
Even worse than before, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens so much. Well, it's happening to my brother.
It's sad.
He's he's waiting for a liver transplant. And if he makes it, I don't know. If he'll get a liver transplant,
So his liver it's not repairing itself at all anymore.
No. They're keeping it...
It's degenerating.
Yeah, it's degenerating, but they're keeping it at a level that they can do stuff. But I don't know.
You've known Jim for a long time. Since your 20s, right?
I knew Jim from when I was 16. So 50 years.
Wow. Oh, that's tough. That's a long time.
Yeah. But we were friends at one time.
Did you guys used to party a lot together?
Yes, we did.
Did you? What did you guys do for parties back then? In the
Pretty
80s?
much the same.
The 80s. Tell me about the 80s.
70s.
I was like a kid, like toddler in the 80s, but tell me about it.
I'll tell you about the 80s. Well,
I love the 80s though. I love everything about the 80s. The fashion, everything.
the Star Wars.
Yeah, all the good music.
Oh, yeah. Well, coming from the 70s is when I was a teenager. It was,
You were in your prime in the 80s.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also,
Prime. What
I
is
was,
prime, anyways?
I was kind of married at the time, too.
Kind of married. I love. Okay, what is the definition of kind of married? Dating, or kind of in a relationship, or you maybe are, or it depends.
When you live together, you're
Okay.
kind of,
I guess so, yeah.
and you have children, you're kind of
Common law.
Common law, yes.
married. Same thing. And you can't get away from that one because
Nope.
She made you behave in the 80s.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing, Ian. It's probably a good thing.
I could have had more kids.
Don't put that in there.
It's not. It just started recording. I'm gonna
It stopped?
start it with this. Yeah, I was saving it.
So, yeah, I had to stop being friends with her. We were friends since 12. Till down. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, eventually, right? You're interested in different stuff. You start meeting different people. You start getting... I don't know, if you go where life takes you, it doesn't always...
It's interesting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You lose contacts with people, or you lose interest, or there's something that they do or say, and you're like, I don't know, like... And it kind of makes you kind of more distant, and then more distant before you know it. You only talk like once a week, and then it's like once a month, and then you just lose touch with them.
Yeah.
I made back some connections to some of my old friends from the 70s.
You have?
Oh, yeah. And I talked to Paul and Dawn. Paul is coherent. He's still working. He's not gone senile yet.
How old is he?
He's 65.
Oh my gosh!
and Don, he's the same, but he's going senile.
Does he forget stuff? How is he senile? Does he do
Oh,
weird
no,
stuff?
I'm
Is he
just-
crazy?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're kidding.
Just bugging.
Hopefully he's not listening.
I don't think he knows how to.
Oh, he's not tech savvy.
No, these guys are not tech savvy.
So we don't have to worry about it
We're
then.
safe then.
We're safe.
We're flying under the radar. Speaking
No,
of
it's
radar.
funny.
Yes.
I love it.
There's two big sparkle producing companies.
In the whole world.
They're pretty big. They're in New Jersey. So they are very private companies. Like, they don't like to do tours. It's very secretive. One is called Meadowbrook Inventors. The other company is called Glitterex. Their biggest buyers of sparkles is the government.
Interesting.
So, aluminum and plastic are pretty much what make up sparkles. Like, you can do like mica and other natural like rock type product, I guess you could say, but they use aluminum and plastic. So my thoughts, and I'm pretty sure this is just like a given, is that the government buys the sparkles, probably not pink, probably just plain sparkles. I don't think it's going to be pink.
You know what, though? When you told me initially, I was picturing colored sparkles.
I think it's just like plain silvery type, blue silvery type, or just
hard to see.
Hard to see. So they drop these so-called sparkles, which I would call it, well, it's called chaff, and they use the chaff as deflective radar. So that any other kind of army type operations and other things that are going on in the skies can't be detected because of the chaff getting dropped down deflects all the radar. You can't see anything. There's no radar, no sonar, no nothing. It's invisible.
Yeah, invisible shield.
And you can literally see it when you do like a topographical thing on a map, like live stream. You can see all the waves of areas where they're doing it. That is chaff. An old ex-army guy, I saw him on the news one time, said, "Oh, they're dropping this to stop the radar." He's like, "Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that." He's ex-army. He knew what they were dropping down. That's why it was all weird in one area on the map, because he was like a weatherman now.
Oh, yeah.
So, sparkles is like...
Conspiracy?
Sparkles is everything.
There's lots of like microplastics.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people are just realizing now that microplastics are in absolutely everything.
They're in our bodies. They're in babies' bodies when they're born.
It's in your bloodstream.
It's in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
Because it's so small
Yeah.
that it can go through the membrane. And
we're breathing it in all day long.
In your skin and in your lungs. It can be absorbed in there. And then it sticks to your cells.
The funny thing is, I heard that nicotine actually helps. It does something and pulls it out of because your body has natural nicotine receptors.
Oh.
So what happens is the natural nicotine receptors take over and try to grab all the crappy stuff and takes it out of your body. With like vitamin C and calcium are also other good ones it attaches to. So nicotine, vitamin C, and calcium, it grabs all the crap and pulls it out and grabs it and sticks to it and gone. It's interesting.
It is interesting.
It attracts to each other, basically.
Just like people that smoked during COVID, they didn't get as sick, apparently, because of the nicotine. That's why people are chewing nicotine gum. You heard that, right? It's because it helps with your body. Like JFK Jr. chews nicotine. It's for his health. You didn't know that?
And the others around him, probably. I mean, I've been around Blair when he's tried to stop smoking, and we don't get along.
I've seen JFK Jr. He's the one that's big on trying to change all the red dye.
Trump.
And he is amazing. Like, I am like over the top excited about him being part of the team with Trump. And I've seen him in like sitting there. He's grabbed something out of his pocket, puts it in his mouth. He's chewing nicotine.
You gotta be careful with nicotine, because what is nicotine? It's deadly poison.
No, it's not though. No. Cannabis and nicotine are actually in your body naturally.
Yes.
But like they're in your body. You need nicotine.
At small levels. When they put animals to sleep, they give them a shot of nicotine. It stops their heart.
Well, it would be an overdose.
But you know that there's cannabis receptors in your body too, right? Like naturally. Like there's cannabinoids.
caffeine.
Caffeine.
Too much caffeine is not good for you either.
But it also will cure a headache.
Yeah.
Because you didn't even have enough caffeine. It's kind of that like.
To it? I don't know. Can you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I guess that's why you see all those people at Starbucks.
Oh, I can't have Starbucks. Oh my gosh. I had 2 Starbucks coffees one time, and I went over to one of my son's friend's dad's house to talk with him. And I was standing up. I wouldn't sit down, and I couldn't stop talking like nonstop. And they both were just staring at me, and I'm like, "Why are you staring at me?" It's because I was like going on a rampage talking because I was so high on like Starbucks caffeine.
Our politicians in Canada started off as a joke, turned out to be, we're going to be the 51st state, and I'm thinking, what idiot said they were going to do that? The idiot is our Prime Minister. He's been going, oh yeah, it'll never be the, no, we can't do that. It was a joke.
Trump was serious.
I
feel serious? Like, what's that war game where you like take over the world?
Risk.
Risk.
But really? You want us to be the state? We already are. They just want to put it on paper that we are?
They want it on paper.
That's silly.
It means more, right? Trump is a businessman. That would mean more.
It's more.
He wants a legacy to leave behind. And that would be a legacy. No one would ever forget that. That's what he wants.
But I love that that's Gulf of America now, not Gulf of Mexico. It's right there. America's right there. I can see why. And get this, when cruise ships go by now, they point out, we're now entering the Gulf of America. They point it out, and there's a big announcement now on cruise ships.
More of America is around the Gulf than Mexico. And to all your American listeners, if you are listening,
yep.
We don't hate you. We just don't like you sometimes.
Aw, I spent a lot of time in the U.S. I love the U.S. Like,
well,
I love Arizona. I love Arizona. I'm gonna go to Arizona.
Little Canada, though.
Huh?
Arizona's little Canada.
Actually, there's lots of. You know what though? There's so many tourists that go to Arizona. There's so many. When I'm there, Phoenix. I meet so many Canadians. So yeah, I agree. It's like little Canada there in Arizona.
But no, we don't hate the Americans. It's all a bunch of nonsense. We're it's like a brother and sister relationship. Do you hate your brother? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Our political system in Canada is old. It's older than the American political
It's outdated.
System.
I agree.
You don't understand, the Americans don't understand how this works. But it's been working for 500-600 years, so it does work. The American political system, it works too, and they did it their way because they didn't like the parliamentary system. But besides that, we could do better. We don't need to be the 51st state. We just need to get the idiots out of Ottawa and have an election.
Well, I think Trump is doing this because he does not want to work with Trudeau.
No, of course he doesn't.
And I don't blame him.
Oh,
I don't blame him one bit. I think he is doing it to open their eyes.
Well, it's...
Like he said to the American people, I'm going to clean out the swamp.
Yes, I heard that, yeah.
And what has he done? He's cleaned out the swamp so far. And who's the part of the swamp? Trudeau.
Yeah.
When you get Deb here, she's very pretty.
She is.
And she's quite famous. Yeah, accordion player, world renowned. She's on the magazines and with people like Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Prince Abu Dhabi from Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Or Dubai. I don't know
I
where.
don't know where, but he's on the cover of this magazine.
That is absolutely
and she's right there in the middle of it.
That's breathtaking.
Yeah,
like
that's
in a
very
way
cool.
that it's just, it's good.
And she is very,
renowned.
very,
A local celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you wouldn't know it. And she's my very special girlfriend.
She's your girlfriend.
Yeah, very special girlfriend.
When'd you make it official?
Valentine's Day.
Nice.
So yesterday.
Yeah,
What did you guys do?
we went to the Legion. We
Oh,
were
fun.
dancing all night.
Fun. The Legion's fun.
Oh, it is fun. I've never been to that Legion.
No,
No.
the Sardis Legion, it's pretty
Mm.
quiet. Bunch of old people there.
Did they have a band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's super fun.
yeah, it's pretty good.
So if you are a member of one Legion, are you a
Mm.
member of all the Legions?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like this locally or every single one, the whole BC?
And the whole Canada.
Canada?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And some of the states. I think, no, you can go to the...
like the border ones, the border states, or like all of the states?
I think with your Legion card, you can go to any of the American Legions.
Oh, really?
You're supposed to be from part of the military.
The Texas ones would sound like fun.
Be like a saloon.
I feel like I want to go through like the Texas saloon doors and be like, "Hey, baby, I'm here. Let's go."
We
Make
could like
sure you-
film it in black and white.
Make sure you got your cowboy boots.
I
on and
actually
your
am wearing
cowboy-
them right now with my leopard print pants.
Well, the leopard print pants won't really go with the saloon type.
Anything goes.
You can make it go.
You can
If
make
she
it go.
slapped a hat on this outfit, it would.
If I own it, I'm gonna own it.
Yeah,
I'm
there
gonna
you
do
go.
it. I love how we started talking about it and it just went off and off into a different subject. Like other people would understand. Like you think about one thing and it's like turns to be 5 subjects out of one thing,
Oh yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
all in one.
This is what your podcast is all about. How are you with weight loss? Well, my sister-in-law went on Ozempic.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
She lost a lot.
It
of
does
weight.
work.
It
I've
does
seen
work
it.
for
It
that.
does
It works.
work,
But it's mostly for people with diabetes. It regulates the blood sugar levels, right? And there's something to it with the cells, and it helps people with diabetes feel better. And actually, it actually contributes to their well-being.
But it shrinks you up.
It shrivels you up.
And you lose your body muscle fat somewhat too in your
Yeah.
arms. I've seen people with it, and they have no
And
muscle.
their
Like
face.
and their face droops in to the point where it's like sunken in.
The best relationship is the one you have with yourself.
It's complicated, right? It's complicated sometimes.
And if you're not happy with yourself, how can you be happy with somebody else?
I'm all for. I want to live my life towards the future. That's what I'm.
That's the
what
way you
I'm
should be.
for.
I like that.
Just now I'm a little bit like, cause this isn't our place. We don't own it. I don't know how I feel about moving up to Quesnel again. How long did you live there then?
Just a couple of years.
A couple of years.
Yeah,
Do you like Quesnel? Yeah.
It smelled
It smelled like what?
There's a lot of mills
pulp
there.
milk.
Oh, like the dry dust smell, like.
No, like when they boil wood, it gives off that odor.
Okay.
When you get that, we call it something.
Does it smell like chicken manure a little bit?
It's something a little bit stronger than that, yeah.
Yeah.
The liquor.
So you were like lower down in elevation then.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
down when you come into from Bushy Lake,
Yes.
you come down into Quesnel, and we were going out by the airport. That's the old Prince George Highway. We lived on that road, I know.
There's lots of bugs, like black flies.
Lots of mosquitoes.
Lots of mosquitoes.
There
and-
are those little black flies at the lake.
The black
Yeah.
flies. They kind of like nip you.
Lots
A
of
little
leeches.
chunk out your skin.
I lived there a couple winters when Christine was quite little. Prince George.
Prince George too.
Oh,
And then Chase.
Oh, that was later.
That was later on.
Yeah.
Teenage years.
That's in the 90s. But back in the 80s, then it was one day I got my UI checks. I go, that's enough of this nonsense. So there's a truck for sale sitting on the side of the road. There's this old Ford truck,
Mm-hmm.
green Ford,
Green Ford.
or turquoise, turquoise green.
Yeah.
I go, oh, it had a canopy on the back.
All the stories are always with the Ford truck, I swear.
Oh yeah. And canopy on the back, and I go, oh, I like that truck. So I bought it, took it home, where we were staying. It says, we're moving. We're going back to
The valley.
Lower mainland. Yeah.
Back to the valley.
Back to the valley. It was snowy. It was snowing, and it was 25 below when we left Quesnel.
You remember that? Yeah. I guess you would remember that.
And to drive, I couldn't even see past the hood. And I'm driving, I'm just following the truck in front of me because I could see the taillights through the snow.
Gotta trust them.
Oh, I just hope he knows where he's going and he's following somebody else.
That's the escape out of Quesnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot go back there.
There's only one highway in and one highway out.
That's what I don't like.
Highway 97 going down to Williams Lake.
My brain's like, I need like 4 exits out of my place where I live.
Yeah.
That's my brain.
Yeah,
Like-
there's nowhere to go.
I can't have just one exit.
Well, I guess in theory you could go down the Barkerville Highway, but that's like a
not
dead
going
end.
downhill. It's going uphill.
That's like a dead end. Yeah. Wow. We're talking about escapes, right?
There is no escape.
Or you could go on Blackwater Road.
I like
Blackwater
Barkerville.
Road only goes around the lake.
Does it?
It's a roundabout?
I thought it went to Prince George.
No.
Stops.
Oh, okay.
It goes around the lake and it comes back to where you start.
Oh.
That's fun.
Just,
Let's start again.
I swear I've
Over
seen
and
that
over.
rock before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's Quesnel for us is a fallback plan because we have it.
But it's
And
cheap to live up there.
It's cheaper.
Like you can buy like an acreage for $120,000.
Really?
We bought 5 acres for $32,000.
Yeah.
That's insane.
With a house on it?
No.
So
Just like raw
I had
land.
Yeah.
I had a house on 2 acres up the house it was a wreck. It should have been torn down, but it's still there, kind of. And on 2 acres, right off the highway, like when the plow truck went by, and throw it on your front lawn,
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
and it snowed that year we were there. Did it ever snow? I had 6-foot high snowdrifts.
Wow.
Like the snowdrifts were higher than the trees. Had a bunch of trees on the
I
front
believe
there.
it. What did you do for fun? Do you remember? Did you go snowmobiling? Did you like make
Um,
igloos? Because we're from Canada, where there's igloos. There's lots of igloos.
Ski. I made a ski run
Like
just-
cross country skiing or on the hills?
on the hills, but
Oh, like stomped it down.
I couldn't afford to do anything because I was on unemployment insurance and I wasn't
Mm.
working at the time.
So you just made the best of whatever you
Yeah.
could do.
And it was okay, Drink a lot.
I've gone to many small towns, and you can tell, like, there's, like, a lot of people, and I'm like, I'm scared to drive on those roads, because those guys are drinking and driving. You can see it.
And then
You know it.
to go into town from where we lived, it was you take the old Prince George Highway, go past the school, past the airport, and it comes to a Highway 97. Then you go down, we called it the Flats.
The Flats?
Yeah.
And then you get into town. That's where the bar was.
2 Mile Flats.
2 Mile Flats,
Oh.
yeah. Where the pulp mills were. I used to go to the pulp mill, or sawmill, and get mill ends.
For what?
Firewood.
Oh, that's a good idea. Pre-cut. Don't have to go
Yeah.
into the bush.
Nice little
You
Camilla.
to
could
buy
go
it.
and get either mill ends or the end cuts of the
Was it
tree
free?
stumps.
Oh.
Well, you pay. Usually is free, but you had to wear a hard hat.
To get it.
Yeah,
That makes
so-
sense, yeah. Safety first.
And you get,
Yeah.
if they allow you to go, you just back your truck into where at that time they were, the chunks of wood were going into the beehive burner. I don't think they do that anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I've never even knew this was a possibility. So.
No.
Oh yeah.
So I'm learning things to try.
Yeah.
If Fraser Mills are still working,
Some of the mills are shutting down up there.
I don't know
that.
what's going on. The mills were all starting to shut down when we moved out of Quesnel when COVID hit.
And then
in
all of a sudden the
2020.
town's emptier. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly. I do know that Quesnel has one of the highest percentages of getting cancer, though.
Really?
And I wonder if it's linked with the pulp mill
Yeah.
air.
The sawdust.
Because
No.
it's
it's called liquor.
Liquor?
it fills the air. You can
Yeah.
smell it in the
So
air.
it's like heavy air?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
heavy air.
Like it's
smell.
particles in the air.
Yeah. So like we lived up past 10 Mile Lake, and every time, because you had to come down the hill,
And the
right?
wind will blow up there to get that.
We wouldn't
smell.
get it very often, but whenever you would come down, it would look like a cereal bowl, like a cloud
Yeah.
over the
Oh,
town.
so you could see it sometimes.
Yeah.
Truth or Dare. Are we really gonna play Truth or Dare right now on
No.
on air?
What,
No,
brutally-
I couldn't even think of things.
I could.
Okay, let's try one.
Oh, you? Oh, I have to come up with one now. Okay, Ian. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? They haven't really told anybody, but it was like over the top crazy. I can tell you stuff. I've got stuff. But I want to hear your stuff.
Going out with the wrong woman.
That could be over the top for sure.
And she
That
was
wasn't
married.
meant for you?
And she was married.
Oh.
Did you know?
Yes.
You didn't care.
No.
Not at the time.
No.
And what happened?
Well, usually one of the things happened and she got divorced.
She got divorced from him?
Yeah.
And you guys were
Nothing.
together?
No.
No,
It was just a
a
thing.
fling? A fling thing. Oh, I like that saying, a fling
A
thing.
fling thing.
You add the extra word on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could mean something else, but it's something else.
It was bad. I did it. I'm not proud of it, but
It doesn't haunt you. I
it
know
doesn't haunt me anymore.
Not at all.
At that time, I didn't want
That's
people
just a thing that happened in the
Yeah.
past.
in the past.
In the past.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
That is crazy. Okay,
I
Chris-
take it you were single at the time.
No?
Oh! So
Oh!
you've cheated before. Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah, sort of.
Happened.
It happened.
How does it happen? Were you drinking?
Yeah.
Was it the alcohol? Can you
It was lust.
What other
Many
crazy
years
things have you
ago.
done?
Huh?
What other crazy things have you done? I want to hear more crazy stuff
Oh,
now.
Crazy. Oh.
I like the crazy stuff. I'm like
Well,
drawn
the
to it. in a Weird
craziest thing I've done
sense.
in my life was I was what was it, 17,
Okay.
and
Still in high school.
yeah, I had a fast car,
Yes, tell me about your fast cars, the muscle cars. I really want a muscle car. Like, you know this about me. We've looked at them. I really want a muscle car. Like,
I know. I
meant to have one.
I had a 66 Mustang, and
Where is it now? Can you even find the VIN number? You think I'm still finding it? I've heard of people actually going back and finding their old cars.
Oh no, this one was crushed.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I totaled it off.
That's sad.
But at the time, I'm just coming back from my friends, and I'm driving. I'm just boogieing fast.
Were you drinking?
No,
No.
I'm too young.
Oh, doesn't matter.
He's too young. He's 17, Gwen.
17.
People drink at 17.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I used to drink, but at that time I wasn't drinking.
That's good.
But I was driving like a maniac.
Mm.
You know, because I just
Were you driving like you stole that car?
I was driving like I stole it. And I'm just boogieing down this road, and
I like the boogieing.
Shit.
Oh my god, I love this.
And boogieing down the road, damn it! It's a cop. It puts his cherry light on there, the red light. Those things had the red. And he comes wheeling down there, and he's got that Plymouth.
The Plymouth
Big old
Duster?
No, Plymouth big tank.
Oh, I like the Dusters.
No, the cops had the big tanks.
Oh, I like the Dusters. They're one of my faves.
It was a chase car. And
Chase car or pace car?
Chase.
Oh, chase.
Chase car. Because there was a problem with all those kids getting wild, crazy, doing drag racing and stuff like that. He lit off after me. I made a sharp right turn. I'm going around this corner sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
I like it.
Two wheels.
2 wheels around the corner and made this left turn, boogieing down the side road and get back onto the main road, Kingsway. Back on the main road, and I just got that thing to the metal. That thing's going as fast as
Pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal. And there's this cop, and he's right on my ass. He had that.
Lose him, baby. Just
I'm
lose him.
trying. I had it to the floor. I wouldn't go any faster. And he's got the sirens are railing and screaming. He's right on my ass. Oh. So I jammed on the brakes. I made another quick right turn, going down. At that time was I think it was Broadway, but Broadway was a dead end road.
Oh no, what is Ian gonna do? Being chased by a cop, and he finds himself on a dead end street in the middle of a small town. Stay tuned for part 2 of this interview, coming soon on March 6, 2025. Thank you for listening.